Change your mindset and you will change your life. Welcome to another episode of Morgan Lindsey Fit's prep series to my pro debut. Always love keeping everything that I talk about positive for you guys, and I can 100% say that keeping a positive mindset this prep has changed everything for me. You really are in control of your state of happiness, and there's no reason to go through life suffering, especially when this life is very short. It's a cliche saying, but the one thing I've been learning is that it really is short, and stressing over the small stuff really is not necessary. We are so blessed and should be so grateful that we have another day to go after our dreams. And you know, there's so much that we have to look forward to. There's so many opportunities. Like, you can really just wake up and decide that you want to go after something. And something I've done recently is I left the corporate world. I graduated with a marketing degree and I immediately got into corporate recruiting. I did account management, and most recently I just realized that my happiness is really into fitness, and I would give up everything in order to be happy every single day. And it's important to me to be able to have enough time to be able to dedicate to my true passion, and which is you guys, and then also competing in fitness. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I decided to take the risk, and I'm gonna go after what I want. And the biggest thing is already envisioning yourself there. Like, I would wake up every morning and envision, I have this strong vision of where I want to be, and that helps so much give you the confidence to kind of take that leap and take that next step and have faith in yourself and your capabilities that you can make it happen. And sometimes it can be scary, but the things that scare us are most importantly, you know, things either that our gut is telling us that we should do, because I feel like when you're kind of scared about something, like, I feel like part of you always wants to do it, you're just scared to do it. And tackling those fears is really what will set you apart from the next person. Like, being scared to compete, like, if I would have just given up on that, I wouldn't be like where I am today. If I never leave a job that isn't necessarily bringing me the most happiness, because I have this like passion ringing in my ear, like, Morgan, this is what you need to be doing. If I don't take that step, then I'll never know. And I'm a big advocate of going after what you want in life and never settling. And you'll find a way to make it happen. The biggest champions, they always have the quality of perseverance, that no matter what comes into your way, you'll find a way to work around it. It's not necessarily, you know, what we've already been given or our genetics. It's the person with the most perseverance that's willing to just keep going after what they want and never settling. And I just feel like it was that time. I just felt like God had my back. I had this gut feeling that this was the right time for me to make this change, and I'm just super excited. And it was like perfect timing going into my pro debut, just because I feel like I have so much less stress. And I just want you guys to have that same perception on life, that if you're wanting to do something, like, go after it. I'm gonna be 28 this year, and it's incredible. Like, when I look back, like, I wish I would have done this so much sooner. And I kept thinking to myself, like, do it, do it, do it. And for some reason, something was holding me back. And maybe it was the timing, and maybe this is better timing, and you never really know. But you kind of have to have that confidence in yourself that you can make it happen if it's something you're truly passionate about. So, as you can see, the huge smile on my face, that is why I have been like probably like 1000% just like happier, just because I feel like so much weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So yeah, I decided to leave the corporate world for now, and focus on building my own business and being able to focus more on what makes me happy. And money obviously is, you know, something that I kind of put in the back of my mind right now, because at the end of the day, like, I want to be happy, and material things have never brought me that much happiness. I think when I was a little bit younger, I always wanted to kind of like have those things, but I realized that it was only like temporary happiness, and happiness comes from within. Nothing outside can bring you that happiness. Maybe temporarily, but not long term. So that is the key, is finding what makes you happy and going after that. So let's get into the video. It is so pretty out here. So I am obsessed with this suit. I wanted to change it up this time. I've done blue in the past and I just feel like red's my color. So I'm sponsored by Angel Competition Bikinis. The crystal quality is honestly like amazing. I am super happy with this suit. I cannot wait to wear it on stage. Good morning, guys. We are another day closer to my pro debut. I am not really doing any updates just because I feel like I want to do something a little bit different this prep. But I am doing more. Like, I will say that I'm pretty much at my stage weights. We increased cardio very slightly for 3 days to see how my body would respond, and it's responding very well. So we're gonna do another refeed this Friday, which would be 1 week from the show. And right now I woke up another full pound lighter. So things are definitely good. I'm like right at my stage weight. Obviously the pro stage is a little bit different, so we're focusing on that. So my feedback was come in with more of a fuller upper body. I'm thankful for my coach, and he cares so much about his clients. I'm gonna get my coffee, hold on. All right, I got my Prep by Will shirt on, but going back to that, I don't think I'll ever have a different coach. So kind of a lot of people wanna know what got me started into competing, how the whole thing kind of transpired into where I am now. So I just wanted to get in shape. I had always enjoyed fitness, but I really wanted to get into good shape. I was starting to go to the gym. This was in the beginning of 2016, January of 2016. This girl that I really admired on Instagram, she was offering online coaching that always restricted food in the past, and I never knew how to efficiently meet my goals and lose weight the right way. Not that I ever like starved myself, but I was just miserable in the sense that I thought about what I was eating every single second. So counting macros really took away the feeling of, oh my God, like, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? Is this gonna make me gain weight? Oh my gosh, like, it was just so much stress and silly stress. And I'm like, there has to be an easier way. The fear of me stepping on stage was like kind of what was holding me back. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for it. So we started prepping for that show. That was an amazing experience. I loved her. She was literally like so helpful. Looked the best I had leading up to that point. And I competed in the show and I got second place. And I was like, wow, like this is my passion. I love this. And from there, I moved to Vegas. I competed in another show. So that show was in June of 2016, and I competed in a show in August, and I did not have the same experience. I was miserable that show. I switched coaches at the time. I was just like really, really burnt out. I felt like I was starving all of the time. I felt very weak, and just the show was just kind of like, So I kind of had a time where I was like, maybe I don't like this. So I took a year off from competing. I placed 5th in that show. And I took some time off for competing, but it also allowed me to, in turn, it ended up being a good thing now that I look back on it, but that show was just not a good experience for me. But I just knew that I needed to find the right coach. I saw Will through Instagram. I found him through Instagram. I was laying out at the pool one day and I was like, you know what? Like, I think I'm ready to go for this. And what I love about Will is he responds immediately and pretty much all the time. I don't know how he does it, but that's what makes him so great. And I'm literally laying out at the pool, and all of a sudden he's like, all right, let's go. I got your plan ready, like, let's go. And I'm like, whoa, I wasn't ready. Like, I'm not ready. And then I was like, you know what, Morgan, you're ready. So we started prep. Things started going really, really well. And he was like, you know what, like, let's do North Americans. I said, you're crazy. I'm not doing North Americans. He said, Morgan, you're doing North Americans. And I said, there's no way I'll place high in that show. Like, I'm telling you that your girl lacks self-confidence. I still do in some ways. And I think that that's what makes me who I am, because I try to stay like as humble as possible. And I always think that there's room to be better and to learn, and everything that I have is through God. So we get to North Americans. I competed, I'm in Class C, because a lot of people ask me my height. I'm pretty short. I'm 5'2" and 3/4. So I'm almost 5'3", but you know, I'm 5'2". So I was in Class C. There was like 43 girls in my class, and I got second place in that show. I was shocked, to be honest. I was like, what is happening? And we got off the stage after finals, and he looked at me and he's like, we're doing Miami Nationals. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I trust my coach 1000%. He's always made me look 100% for every single show that I've done, and he gives his 100%. And I feel like having that confidence in your coach is so important, just because prep can be so stressful at times. So we started prep for Miami Nationals. We reverse dieted for a very short period of time, but then we immediately started prep for Miami Nationals. Got to Miami Nationals, and I won my pro card. And it was just a surreal feeling, and I was almost just as happy for him as I was for myself, just because like he puts so much pride in like his athletes. And I get emotional because okay, I get emotional because there's not very many people that truly care about you and your well-being outside of like just paying them money. Will has like changed my life in so many different ways. I was wrong, hold on. Okay. But when you have a coach that kind of impacts you emotionally, it's kind of hard not to get emotional. But I went from this girl that like lacked so much confidence, and having someone, and this is for all of his athletes, that believes so much in you and believes in your capabilities, is like such a refreshing feeling. Like I feel like I'm a completely different person, and he's helped me not only in competing but in my personal life too. So shout out to Will, because he is awesome, and it makes me emotional, like I said, because there's not a lot of people that truly care about like who you are outside of just like a business purpose. Like, oh, I'm your coach, you pay me money, like, and that's totally fine. But when you connect with someone that cares so much about you and wants you really to succeed, it's an amazing feeling. And that's kind of, he's taught me to be that kind of coach to my clients, you know, like be more than just like a person that collects money and gives you a training plan. Like be there for your clients, you know, as much as you can. So I hope that I can embody the type of coach that he is into my clients and into myself, just because I want to be able to give people that confidence like he gave me, because I'm not the same person that I was back in June, or almost like 10 months ago since I've been working with him. So we got my pro card at Miami Nationals, and we did a small reverse, and we are trying to qualify for the Olympias. So we'll see what happens this year. I obviously want things to happen, but at the same time, like I'm just kind of going with the flow. We got great feedback from Miami Nationals. So we decided to prep a little bit earlier. But as far as competing goes, competing in general has just changed my life. It's taught me so much about like perseverance, dedication, you know, never giving up, having like that do or die attitude. And it's not for everyone. But for me, like I struggled so much with anxiety. Like growing up since I was 12 or 13, I've always had like some form of anxiety and stress and overthinking, that competing really allows me to like focus and work on those emotions in order to get better. And so I'm just super grateful for where I'm at in my life right now. I'm kind of just taking like one step at a time. And I just feel like a lot of you wanted to know kind of my story and kind of what got me into competing. And I kind of wanted to give you a little bit insight on my coach. Alright guys, that is going to conclude this vlog. I always forget to do the end clips, but I'm going to do a couple of videos this week. I also am going to film my workout with my coach and kind of check-ins. I feel like that would be cool. So yeah, that's about it. That's all we got going on. We're 11 days out, and thank you guys for watching. You guys are champions, like always. Let's kill it.